Hello, my name is Kimberly Olson, and today I'm going to do a video on starting your own garden. If you haven't had a chance to check out my other videos, please do at FitKim TV on YouTube or go to my blog at fitkim.com. So I wanted to show you a little bit about my garden that I started here this year because it was my first time planting a garden, and I'm not to the point where I get to come in and harvest a bunch of things, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to show you what I did to get started, and also just to show you it's way more simple than it seems to be. When I first started learning about gardening, I was totally overwhelmed. So what I asked for Christmas this year was for Scott to build me a garden. So he built me this garden, and the requirements were it had to have organic soil, which you probably can guess is more expensive. So he built all of it, and it was the best gift ever. And then I decided once it was done, obviously I wanted to start planting. And I'm from Michigan, so you really couldn't do this until spring, but I was able to. The very first thing I planted was on my birthday, which was in January, so it was kind of cool. But I went to a gardening workshop to learn. It was Gardening 101, super basic, about an hour long. I left the workshop totally confused, overwhelmed. I went and bought a book because I felt like I didn't know what to do next. I flipped through the book and I'm just like, I don't want to read about artichokes for 3 or 5 pages and all the troubleshooting. I don't know, I was just totally overwhelmed. So I decided what I would do is just pick some things that are easy to go ahead and plant around that time of year. And it tells you on the back, if you do the seeds on the back of the packet, it tells you the growing season, and it'll show you based on what part of the US you live in. So all I did is I just Googled what can be grown in January, February, March time in Texas, and then I went and got the things I wanted. That's all I did. I just got the little packets. And it tells you on there, like I did these, the beets here with just the seeds, and it tells you how far apart they should be. So what I did, just to keep it simple, is I read different things as far as, you don't want to overgrow, and just each year you're going to want to keep replanting. So what I did is I Googled what are the different families of plants, and I just divided up, it's in like an L shape here, I just divided it up into I think 5 or 6 sections. And then I said, okay, what family are beets in? And I just drew it on I just drew a little map, and I just put, okay, beets are in this family, or tomatoes are over there, they're in that family. I had some extra space back here, so I put more tomatoes back there. Herbs can be planted wherever you want throughout the garden, so I have herbs all over the garden. And that's the way I did it, that's all I did. So I planted the seeds, and again, it tells you right in the packet. This is a great trick for beginners. Go to the garden place, even Lowe's or Home Depot have starters there, and they're called transplants, and basically what you get, this is a transplant. So basically it looks like this, a little bit smaller, and it's in a little container, and then you're going to transplant it to your garden. And you can do a garden like this, you can do in the ground, you could do pots. Lots of people do their, I was in New Jersey for a lecture, and I was running in the neighborhood in the morning, and literally row after row. I mean, New Jersey they don't have big yards there, obviously. All their front yards were full of veggie gardens. It was awesome. So really you can do it anywhere. So what's great about a transplant is it's already started, and it gives you confidence. There's just something about seeing it already in your garden. It's the weirdest thing, but it's kind of like you're on your way to success. So with the seed, I didn't see anything for quite a bit. I have some kale and greens over there, and it took them a lot longer. So you can do seeds or you can do transplants. Also, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look for organic. See those red tags, the yellow tags? Those are all certified organic. The only trick is if you go to the farmer's market, I got a few things over here from some high school students, which is really cool because they put their names on the back of the stick that identifies what the crop is, and it's cool because it gives them ownership, and I just like the whole concept. But I don't know if those are organic, but other than that, everything's organic. So you'll want to make sure it's organic, obviously, but what's most important is really what you do with it. So my garden hose, I didn't want to put a bunch of chlorine on here, so I got a filter, which is on my blog, but I got a filter that attaches to my garden hose. There's some weeds around the back, so we got an organic, and I have a good one if you need one, that actually killed the weeds in the back. So organic, I mean, you don't want to put a bunch of pesticides by your garden. That's really important. So the first thing, green onions, herbs, super easy to start harvesting. I have peppers over there, and I wanted to pull out my first beets so you guys can see. I love juicing beets. I have a video on that if you haven't seen it. So I was looking the other day, I don't know if it's going to just come out, but I was looking the other day and it kind of looked like it was ready. So so I wanted to see if I could just pull it out. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Look at that. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm so excited about this. I put a little seed in the ground and now I have this beet right here. That is so fun to me. And actually beets, you can eat all of it. You can juice it, juice the whole thing. You can eat the leaves, whatever you want, which is kind of cool. So there it is, my first official beet I pulled out of the garden, and you got to see it. So look at how fun this is. I just love coming out here and watching the progress. So you should try it. As much as you can eat your own food, I mean, how cool is that? You can walk out your backyard and have your own food that you made in your backyard. That's so cool. So I hope you like this video. I hope it inspires you. If you do, please subscribe at FitKim TV on YouTube. Remember, go to my blog. On the right sidebar, you're going to see a spot that says sign up for my e-tips. I send them out once a month to help you stay motivated. Also, I now have an events tab. It's brand new. At the top, check it out. I could be in a city near you, and we could definitely meet, and you could come to one of my lectures. So thank you so much for watching and supporting me as I got my first beet out. But try a garden, post a comment for any tricks, tips. Just keep it simple, you guys. I don't want to overwhelm anyone. Keep it super simple. Before you know it, you'll have tons of produce right in your kitchen that's fresh. Thanks again. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.